welcome to the first Khoollect on the Couch. I'm here with Editor-in-Chief of Khoollect, and we're going to have a chat.
And a cup of tea.
And a cup of tea. Thank you to everyone who sent in their questions on the forum. If you have any questions afterwards, please just comment below on the posts. So, Rachel, first question from Anne. Where does your love for cooking stem from?
Okay, the love of cooking, but also eating, stems from my family. When I was a kid, I think my earliest memory was baking gingerbread with my mum.
Oh, lovely.
It was like gingerbread men and women with raisins. I also kind of was very entrepreneurial. I started up a sandpit bakery.
Nice.
Where I made cakes out of sand, decorated it with daisies, and I sold it for 20p.
Nice. Oh, well, I've got a story actually. I used to sell radishes around my neighbourhood.
Yeah.
For 20p as well, so we've got something in common.
Exactly. Well, look, all for some action.
Yeah.
Start early.
Second question is, which chef are you a fan of?
Okay, that's really hard. So there's so many amazing chefs out there, firstly, but I think the people who inspire me are really the ones you don't really see in front of the camera. It's usually the ones hidden behind a home door. So like this granny who's been baking some, cake for, since she was born, or some guy who's really passionate about making his noodle soup, or it's not the ones you see on TV. It's usually the ones you have to really research and ask people, and you tweet and you Instagram, has anybody got any tips and stuff like that.
Cool. Right, so this is from Constellations from the US.
Yeah.
What are your top 3 essential kitchen tools?
Top 3 essential kitchen tools. Okay, 1, heat-proof spatula.
Okay.
Because you can use it to scrape out the sides of a pan when you're cooking and stuff like that. You could also use it for like folding meringues, scraping out the cake batter, and because it's heat-proof, it won't melt.
Okay.
Then number 2 is probably one of the biggest investments you would make in the kitchen is buying a good quality chef's knife.
Okay.
If you spend the money, you look after it, then it could last you a lifetime.
Cool. Do you need one of those knife sharpeners at all?
You can buy it. The only thing is you've got to learn how to sharpen the knife.
Okay.
Otherwise, like in this neighbourhood, there's a guy who has a knife sharpening van. And he comes around with his van, and you go out with your knives, and he just sharpens them all for you, and then you get all the local gossip too.
Wow, how do you order him? Like, how does he come around?
Well, like I got his details of a friend. Okay. But usually it's still something which is a bit of a trade. You can find out if you have a little Google, or you speak to your butcher. Actually, when I lived in Paris, I'd take my knives to the butcher, and he would sharpen them for me.
That's a good idea. Well, there's 2 butchers down the road here, so
yeah. Who knows?
Good to go to.
Yeah.
Okay, so
actually, did we do 2 or? I think
another one.
I'm like, I can't count. Oops. No. Okay, number 3. It's not a must, but it's something I think is worth investing in.
Okay.
So I have a not enamelware, like the really heavy pots. You can put the casserole dishes with the lids, you can put in the oven, or you can simmer the whole day on the hob. They're different brands obviously, but if you buy one and you look after it, my mum has one from the 70s which is bright orange, and it's still in good nick. So I think that's a really kind of worthy pot to buy.
Yeah, my mum's partner actually bought me, gave me his from when he was a student, and I took it to uni. So I thought that was quite nice that he kind of passed it down.
That is very nice.
Yeah. Okay, so the second question is, what advice would you give to someone looking to break into the culinary field?
Okay, if you're looking to break into the culinary field, there's so many more opportunities nowadays to do. I mean, what's great about going into the culinary field is you can travel, you can work in so many different areas, whether it's catering, whether it's, restaurants or food styling. So I think it's all about just knocking on doors and being persistent. It's like with anything, if you really want to go work at that restaurant, just rock up and say, look, here I am, I want to work. You know, and you've got nothing to lose. I think it takes the guts to do that.
And quite a thick skin as well.
Yes, I mean, especially if you're working in restaurants, because it's really tough, it's physical, and it's long hours, and it's usually badly paid. So I'm like, why does anybody want to do it? But it's hugely creative. You know, you do have that possibility of creativity.
Yeah.
You do have that adrenaline rush from service.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you could do your own pop-up restaurant. That's pretty fun to do as well.
Yeah.
And I've done those in the past. Usually it's very hard to make a living out of pop-up restaurants because the overheads are quite high.
Yeah.
But it's worth trying it out because you get like a huge satisfaction of putting the whole event together.
And a lot of feedback, I guess. You can get feedback from the people who you serve and host to, so.
Totally. But my biggest thing is like, and that goes for anything, it's being persistent and working hard.
Cool. Right, so what is your current favourite cheese?
What is my current favourite cheese? Okay, I'm a cheeseaholic. I'm like, I have a serious problem. I need to go to Cheese Anonymous. So for me, like one of my all-time favourites, and I always ask friends who are visiting from France to bring me a piece, is a 18-month-old Comté. And Comté is a bit like a cheddar in France in the fact that it's so popular. People always have it at home. It's a hard cheese. And when it's 18 months, it's almost got little salt crystals in.
Lovely.
Yeah, very, very nice. I can actually just eat it like a piece of watermelon, just bite into it.
There's a really nice cheese here called Quartz that you can buy, and it's got similar kind of like salt crystals in it, and it's just like another texture, I find. Great, so from Maggie, I'm also a huge fan from the US. Are you planning to come to the US anytime soon?
So the last time I was in the US was to promote the Little Paris Kitchen. That was quite a few years ago, actually. Can't believe it. I had an amazing time. It was really fun. I went to like New York, Boston, Chicago, and I'd love to go back. For the moment, I don't have any plans, but with me, it's always a little bit last minute, and things just pop up unless somebody wants to invite me, you know.
And the Khoollect team.
Yes, exactly. We can make a whole Khoollect outing.
Yeah.
New York, here we come, or anywhere else in the US. We could go to, you know,
Los Angeles, San Francisco.
Exactly. Yeah, would make a fantastic trip. Totally. So,
sounds good.
Yeah, send it our way.
What is your favourite herb and spice?
Okay, my favourite herb. I am obsessed with chives. Actually, somebody tweeted me once, like, you know, when it's a Khoo dish and it's got chives on it. Yeah, I don't know. I love chives. I just think it has that fresh flavour to it, that light onion flavour, and it just brings things alive, and it looks great on dishes.
Yeah, and easy to grow as well.
Yeah,
which is good. Oh, what's your spice?
Spice. Ooh, I like white pepper. Not black pepper, white pepper. It's a bit old school.
Okay, what would you have?
So white pepper, so the reason why you usually use white pepper is because you don't want the black speckles in your white sauce. But white pepper has this heat to it that black pepper doesn't. And if I make cheese on toast, bit of white pepper on there, it's like, or like scrambled eggs, you know. I like, at the moment, I'm really old school, bit of white pepper. I don't know about that.
Cool, so from Emma, from Los Angeles, she asks, for a young college student who wants to follow in your footsteps, what would be your best piece of advice for breaking into cooking television and creating a following for yourself?
Okay, if you want to break into cooking television, first you have to have a tough skin.
Okay.
That's the number one thing. And that goes for any creative field, I think. But what's great about today is the social media and all the digital platforms. You have access to it, and a very small budget you can create your own channel, like on YouTube. You know, you could like get a camera, do your own videos. I mean, what production companies and TV channels want to see is whether you're natural in front of the camera, whether you have a presence, you know, whether people are going to like you, or you have something witty to say, or what is your angle. So you have to find your, you know, personality.
Yeah,
or-
your USP. as it were.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Unique selling point.
Yeah.
Hear that a lot when you work in the TV world.
Right.
So create your own platform and
Yeah.
just start making and creating and find your niche. So if you so happen to be, oh, I'm really into tomatoes, I'm going to become the tomato specialist and I'm going to travel the world checking out every tomato, from tiger striped tomatoes to, I don't know, the regular round veggie tomato. I don't know, you can do that. You know, you find your niche and then use social media and these digital platforms to your advantage and create your own community.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I mean, if you really want to be on TV, you have to come up with an idea and concept, and you go to the production companies and you pitch it.
Okay.
And then you work with a production company and they pitch it to the network. There's all these traditional routes, but nowadays I say, look, you don't even need to be on TV. You can use digital in just as powerful way.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you for that. That sounds good tips. Okay, so here at Khoollect, we love to discover, what's your latest find?
My latest find, okay, well, not many people know this, but I'm a bit of a tech geek. I love new technology. My first couple of websites I coded myself. CSS, XHTML, HTML, PHP, really bad at all of those. But I discovered this new app called Cakewalk.
Okay.
And it's this little slice of cake which walks around. And it counts the amount of steps you do. And you can link it to your Twitter and Facebook account, and when you haven't walked enough, it will send you an insult.
Oh my god, so it uses like a pedometer?
Yes, exactly. But it's a bit more sarcastic and witty. And it's
great.
It's quite fun, you know.
A bit of fun with your walking.
Exactly.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'm going to check it out. What do you like to collect?
What do I like to collect? Okay, so I definitely have a thing for cameras. I love old cameras. I've got a few of them, not all of them, like film cameras. So these are ones where you don't see the picture straight away. You have to develop a film, doesn't always come out well. So I love the sound. You go click and you rewind or forward wind. I don't know. Rewind. Anyway, it's that kind of sound and that surprise when you get the photos. So that's one thing I love to collect. And then I've tried to stop a little bit with the cookbooks. Yeah. It's like I just have too many.
For people who can't see, there are cookbooks everywhere in this place. So.
In Khoollect HQ, there are cookbooks everywhere. We have to have a regular clear out.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise we would be swimming in cookbooks. So cookbooks one thing, and then probably the last thing I love to collect are, you know, vintage second-hand plates. You know, you go to a car boot sale, or in Paris, I go to vide-greniers, which are like attic, where you empty out the attic and people sell things on the street. I'd be haggling with the French grandmas.
Are they quite tough?
They are like 50 centimes. I'm like, no way, I'm not paying 50 centimes, I'm gonna pay 20. So yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for being our first Khoollect on the Couch.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you for watching. Be sure to join us in the forum and see you soon.
Yeah, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel too.